Hi, so I'm testing I'm testing a lot of the ASBs at the moment. We've got new logic on there for orders. In particular, we've got a buffer on there for when everything's standard as a stop market order, but if it moves too fast previously, it would just cancel the order for safety. And what we have in here now is a buffer built in to change it to a market order. And this one just actually took actually a market order for sell here. So we order went in here on this particular candle because we had the confirmation from the buy steps heat map. We've got lots of fresh air. But initially it moved too fast, so a stop market order wouldn't have been taken in there. So it converted it the buffer technology. So a lot of my work is actually when we do the big updates. I have to do a lot of testing. So today's testing, I just put it on gold, put it on a fast time frame, UniRenko 135, and I'm not optimizing today. I'm just testing this order and execution buffer. We've got a lot more in there as well. So when I go to the strategies here, we have so we've got this buffer in ticks here. So normally the entry order type is stop market, but again we've got that buffer built in now. We'll convert it to and again, if you just hold your mouse over there, it actually tells you what it's for. We've also got some more logic in there to help with this as well. Something from high frequency trading, really. So in the advanced module here, we've got minimum order and max order error check frequencies. And then we've got max order submission rate period and max order submission rate. So we've got, again, it's all explained there, and our users get the new training on these updates. But this is what we've added to make sure we get more executions, and we're not just relying on that stop market order. If the price is within 3 ticks on the buffer, in this case, but not the other way, it has to be positive, not negative. So when we had stop market order, the price was below this for the sell. Then it will take it in. If it's the opposite way round, it won't. So if we were higher than the stop market order, it would not take that. So it's for when we get stop market orders and it moves really fast. Before it just wouldn't fill. But this has hopefully resolved that issue, and this is what I'm testing in the next couple of weeks. So today's test, as I said before, is the roller coaster test. So I'm going to be doing this. So I'm in Dubai, but it's around about 7:30 a.m. EST. So what I wanted to do was run this test all the way through to the US Open, through the Gold Pit Open, and up until around about 9:15 a.m. So the idea with this is I am going to sort of stop and start the video as we get trades come in. Winners, losers, doesn't really matter. The main thing for me is looking for that execution. So right now, the order and execution, we're in. But now, if the idea is now, if we get continued move, the trading stop adjusts automatically, as we can see here. It is moving down now with 5-6 ticks in profit. And once the trailing stop starts to get printed, I want to see that this trailing stop is adjusted properly and that those orders are changed, because we've done a lot of work to that order and execution module within this. Yes, it's totally automated, but we've built in a lot more safety, but also a lot more opportunities to get more trades with that buffer. So the test is on. Let's see if we can do that. One of the things what I've done is I've not really optimized it, but I've allowed it to take trades if there's only 3 out of 6 on the buyer step heat map. There was 6 in this particular. So the trading stops just changed to break even now, because the trading stops on the software, on the algorithms, just started to print at that point. So in this case, if it does move back against us now, we'd look for that to be taken out. There'll be a slight loss because of fees at this point. But other than that, it's reasonably risk-free. So we'll just keep an eye on this before I pause the video, because unless it turns back around now, there's every chance it'll take us out of break even. But again, that's why this algorithm's there. The previous, again, I didn't switch it on for that previous trade, but this was a good trade eventually. And again, this could be the same. So we should see, in theory, when this particular brick, we're on the UniRenko 135, when this brick closes, the trailing stop should adjust slightly with your algorithm. So we'll just keep an eye on that. So it's very intuitive, because we have this bias depth heat map which changed. There we go. We've just adjusted now. We're starting to lock in a little bit of profit there. We're through 10 ticks and the trailing stop has adjusted so far. One of the tests for me is not just the adjusting, but when it comes back to take it out, we don't get any slippage as well. So that's very important for me with this new module that we've put in. So we're always updating. Again, if you're leasing this ASB or any of the other strategy ASBs, we, once the updates are done, I test and then they get sent out, because we're always looking to improve that win rate. I mean, win rates 85-90%. A lot of the time we've got really good. I mean, this one isn't even optimized, but when I look at the strategy performance, there we go, adjusted again. Strategy performance for this one that I've just switched on just to do some testing, it's made $112,000 in the last 90 days. So max drawdowns $1,000, 2,289 trades. So it's very, the percentage profitable is 64. But we can see with all of those trades, average winning trades 123, average losing trades only 84. This is not optimized yet. We'd look to optimize a lot of those losers out. It will reduce that total net profit, but it will reduce those max drawdown periods and things like that. But today was not about optimization. Today was testing the new modules in this technology. So we're actually coming down reasonably well. It is adjusting quite well. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I'm not going to pause the video because I want to record any sort of executions from now on. So all I'm going to do is mute my mic, and maybe the guys that edit this put some music on in case it lasts a long time. But if there's any sort of movement, I'll come back and comment. So we've had some adjustments during that period of silence, although you should have had music playing and maybe speeded up by the guys that edit the video. And we almost took out that trailing stop position there, but it's just shied away from it for right now. But it is close. We're locking in, 8 ticks right now, I think, with that trailing stop. Sometimes they run, sometimes they don't, but the idea is to be risk-free as soon as possible. And then once we get the runners, just to trail it automatically with the ASB there. So, I'll just stay on while this figures out what it wants to do. Remember, we can't predict what it's going to do. All we can do is have strategies that trade certain market conditions, and the roller coaster, the ASB is a fantastic tool, especially for scalping. This is a scalping time frame, UniRenko 135. Currently it's at 10 ticks profit. We're locking in 8. So it's not a bad little scalping trade, but what it does with that trailing stop is give it opportunity to have those small pullbacks, and not panic. The idea is with an automated strategy is that traders, the decisions are taken away from you. You're taught to optimize this strategy to get the best results, but in reality, every single trade is the orders are automatic, the executions are automatic, the trade management's automatic. It will only go in if there's fresh air, there's no support or resistance close by. It will only go in if it gets a confirmation from the buyer's depth heat map. So there's a lot of decisions that are taken away from the trader there. Very robust strategies, and it's all done automatically. Again, it's only available for the NinjaTrader platform. Because it's extremely complex logic behind the scenes. It looks simple on the chart, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind. Okay, so we've just made slightly new lows on this move. We're now locking in about 9 ticks there with that trailing stop adjust, that auto adjust. So again, this is the whole idea of when we're optimizing is taking into account these little pullbacks, so we're not too aggressive with our trailing stop. And some of those optimization boot camps are to allow you to find the best fit for this. Okay, so the order's just been taken in for that trailing stop, and we've taken profit. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to keep making videos on all of the tests I'm doing for the next hour and a half, but I just thought I'd sort of let you into what I'm doing, and that execution was pretty good. Again, 27883 was exactly where the order was, so there was no slippage there whatsoever, even though we had quite a fast move. So that was it was a $90 trade, and it didn't take too long. 727 was the entry, and 737, so it was in 10 minutes. So hopefully that helps. Check out the links below for all of the automated strategy builders for NinjaTrader.